Hey everybody, Tim Allard with Bass Pro One Source. Today's topic is inexpensive camping essentials. These are the things you want to make sure you bring on your next outing. Here are a few of my favorites. For starters, a hatchet is an awesome tool to have around the campsite because it's so multi-dimensional. You can cut kindling with it, put in tent pegs. You're going to find a lot of uses for hatchets. From there, a headlamp is just an incredible piece of gear because it's compact, it's lightweight, and it puts out a lot of light when you consider its size. And furthermore, it lets you keep your hands free for performing various duties at night around the site. Another compact piece of gear I'm a huge fan of is a multi-tool. And these things have come a long way from earlier generations. They're just so rugged and so well designed so that they have tons of tools within such a compact shape. You definitely want to make sure that you bring this or pick one up if you don't have one. And again, you can get some really quality models at a really affordable price. A first aid kit, absolute must. And you're going to want to make sure you always audit this throughout the course of the season to make sure that you stock up supplies that you use on a trip and that any medication in here hasn't expired. Speaking of safety, skin protection should always be a consideration, so you want to make sure you don't forget bug spray and sunscreen. Another thing to keep in mind, there are a lot of fire starter options out there, but it's tough to beat waterproof matches, and I have a lot of different fire start options in my kit, but I always carry a couple of these boxes because they're just so reliable and so inexpensive. Another thing that's really important is water carriers. There's a lot of options out there. I've got some represented here. Big jugs for lots of water, hard plastic, day bottles. And I really like these as well because when they're not full of water, they roll up and are really compact. So a couple different options there. Another thing I haven't covered yet is a compass. I'm not talking big ticket items in this video, so a GPS is extremely handy, but a compass is also really affordable, fairly bulletproof and foolproof, so always make sure you bring a compass when you head out camping. Here's another one for you. Often when we're thinking about tools and safety gear, we forget about some of the luxuries, and I'm guilty of this. I used to forget spices a lot, so even though my cooking isn't half bad, I find that something like this that has a bunch of different spices in a fairly small, compact shape is really handy for camping. So don't forget some of this stuff when you're putting together your camp kit for your next trip. And because I'm such an avid fisherman, camping always involves some amount of angling, so in my kit's always a fillet knife as well. So that covers the stuff that's on this table, but I want to walk you through a few other things that I find are really indispensable when you're heading out camping. A couple other pieces of inexpensive camping gear are day packs, dry bags, tarps, rope, and good old duct tape. So there you have it, folks, a rundown of some of my favorite inexpensive camping gear. I'm Tim Allard from Bass Pro One Source. Thanks for watching my video, and stay tuned for more tips.